Good afternoon, YouTube. Okay, we haven't done a garden tour in about almost 2 weeks, so let's jump right in. Alright, we've got our olives back here, Christmas tree, citrus, lots and lots and lots of citrus. The black mulberry is starting to actually fruit and flower and bud and all that wonderful goodness. The cherry tree and the apple trees are in full bloom, which is amazing. We've got, I think this one was a peach or a nectarine tree. It's not really showing much signs of life except for some leaves on new branches, but some seem to have died over winter, which is unfortunate. We've got more citrus. Hopefully that will give us some fruit this year. It really hasn't been too productive. We've got the raspberry varieties that I pulled out and I'm not quite sure what to do with. I've sold a couple off. I still have some in these pots, some out the front, some in the herb garden. I don't know, they can stay there until I figure out what I'm about to do with them. I've got some gooseberry plants here that were, I think one was a present from a friend and the other one I managed to pick up at a local nursery, and they've jumped into life, got new growth. I can hardly wait for the fruit of this year. I really haven't gotten more than one single gooseberry off the plants to date. This is an apple tree grown from a seed, so it was just a bit of a stick looking thing before, and now it's sort of getting some branches and some leaves. This poor apple tree is actually one of my pride and joy. It's a pink fleshed apple, so it actually produces pink flowers, really deep pink, and sets a fruit that has the inside that when you bite into it is a deep pink. Now, I haven't actually gotten one to eat myself. I've had it for a couple of years, and it hasn't been pruned very well. It's been a bit neglected, unfortunately. But I'm hoping this year the possums won't get to it. I might have to move it under a shade house when it sets its fruit. We've moved some of the nut trees. And they're starting to put on some buds. Some strawberries I've repotted. I finally finished repotting all the strawberries from that raised bed, and they're all looking like they're settling into their pots and producing flowers. These beds are still going strong. I think they're almost big enough to start tying up to the wires up here. The grape is actually budding and putting on leaves, which is fantastic. What I had to do a couple of nights ago when we had that snapback frost to the -2 was I actually wrapped it in my dressing gown and a blanket so that it didn't lose any of this new growth and set it back, because that would have set it back about 2 to 3 weeks, and I really would love to get fruit this year off it. It would be the first year. So still waiting on these seed pods. They're now starting to change colour and hopefully dry out very soon. I've got some chamomile in pots under here. I've got some amaranth and some different types of lettuce. Same under here. Different coloured lettuces, amaranth, other salad greens, lettuce, and more strawberries. Alright, so we moved the shade house over here from over that side just so we could start mowing our backyard, because it's actually getting quite overgrown and I don't want any snakes and things hiding in that for the kids when they're playing out in the backyard when it warms up a bit. So in here we've moved more currants and bush cherries. So I'm excited for these. I've never tried them before. They're a recent acquisition. We've got our lamb's ear. We've got our lily pillies, the cherry surprise. lily-pilly. Citrus, citrus and more citrus, ferns, figs. That one's actually doing really, really well. You can probably hear my children in the background. It's school holidays and they live here basically, so you're going to hear a bit of that noise, which is okay. Alright, so got the thornless blackberry. It's getting its new growth, starting to put on the little shoot out branches from the main, and these are all the second year canes, so hopefully all of this should produce fruit for us this year. Fingers crossed. In two big pots I put ginger in this one and potatoes in the other one. See how that grows, growing those this year. Catmint. I'm getting these surprise raspberries everywhere. I'm not sure which ones they are, so I've got to wait to see if they put on thorns or not. The new raspberries that I bought and put in are actually showing some green and new growth, which is fantastic. The silverberry vine is in full swing, as you can see. The little native raspberry, which is this tiny delicate little vine here that gives like dark purple raspberries, is going well. Silverberry is already about to flower. It's got loads and loads and loads of these little buds all over it, which means flowers, which means fruit, and I can't wait. The kids have added a few of these little bugs and decorations into the garden. I love that. I love the little pop of personality they give. I'm not sure what this is, but it's a volunteer. I'm going to guess it's a pumpkin or a squash of some type. Looking at the leaves. Those huge peas are going amazing. They're still growing, still vining, still putting off their leaves. No flowers yet, so fingers crossed we get some large purple flowers soon. I've taken some things out of the greenhouse today to give them a bit more sun. Alright. Carrots are doing really well. So this one was the Atomic Red. It had the best germination. Then the Cosmic Purple, it had some, and we're still zip with the purple, deep purple one, which is sad. Oh well, we only have a couple of different varieties this year, but that's okay. So this one, the hazelnut, is growing really well, and you can hear my son on his iPad. So the cherries got flowers, the nuts are putting on flowers, the gooseberries in the pots are putting on flowers, little apricots putting on flowers. We've got another volunteer berry cane coming up there, which I'll probably pull that out later because it's too close to the house. In here we've got so much going on. Take a quick look. Chamomile that I grew from seed. I've got more seeds under there, but they haven't popped up yet, so it's safe to pop that on there for now. Hopefully I can start to put more things out soon, so there'll be room in here for the little seedlings. So tomatoes, probably down a shelf. They've gone to new homes. And we've got the glass gem ornamental corn. I can't wait for that this year. We've got our table grapes with lots of new growth, and I've got to put them out soon, but I want to wait until absolute last risk of frost. We've got our ochres, we've got our green, we've got our burgundy, and we've got our orange. I've never seen or heard of a orange ochre, so we'll see how that goes. We picked up some capsicums and planted them out. We're growing some nasturtiums. These are the red variety. We've got some basil, sweet basil. We've got our sugar baby watermelons starting to pop up. And some red capsicum I saved from seed is actually starting to pop up. We've got our green zebra tomatoes. These are got to be up there with my favorite, probably top 3 favorite tomatoes. They're actually striped with a yellow and green stripe, and I find that they're really hardy, and I'd love to grow these in pots. They seem to grow really, really well in pots. Got some zucchinis going well. Some more tomatoes, some more spaghetti squash. More tomatoes. Malabar spinach has got a little seedling. Japanese cream fleshed watermelon has got some seedlings. Collective Farm Woman's got some seedlings. Got some little apple trees. Some more capsicums. Still haven't potted up these melon seeds, which is my job today. I know I keep saying that, but it really has to be today. I've got some alpine strawberry seedlings. I've got some black beauty zucchini seedlings. I've got some golden zucchini seedlings there. I've got Amish paste tomatoes here. More melon seedlings. More corn seedlings. Flower seedlings are really coming along. Pansies, dahlias, gazanias. They're looking great. Strawberries. Purple popping corn. I'm excited for these. My kids go through so much popcorn. Okay, some of these tomatoes have a bit of yellow leaf, but I'll just pick those off. They should be fine. That's not going to affect the plant at all, really. If they're under a bit of stress because of the cold or the heat or the fact that they're not in the ground, I'll just take those off. Just being very careful, and the plant will bounce back. More pumpkins, herbs, more plants, so many types, lots of chilies, lots of beans. I wish this greenhouse was taller because I just bumped my head. It's the one downside of buying the second highest greenhouse. I really should have gone for the biggest one. That's okay. My macadamia actually made it through this winter. I am very, very happy. An apple tree, which is growing from seeds from apple cores from my kids. Sunflowers, more sunflowers, capsicums, zucchini types, and we'll go outside. Strawberries are coming along in these pots, flowering, they're happy. Down the side of the greenhouse, we've got our Greek oregano. And we've got 4 different peas growing, citrus tree, and this is opened up down here now that we don't have that shade house in here. We need a bit more light so that the peas here have really taken off, as you can see, but so have the rest of the weeds. So we've got to get in there and weed it. And these are all potatoes. Volunteer from the compost, so that's all right. That will give us food. Just pop that up there. The amaranth really isn't wanting to give me much of anything. I don't know what's going on there. But I've got some melons here from seeds that I bought. Curious to see what a mango honeydew and a muskmelon look like and taste like. Basil's taking its time. More apple tree seedlings from apple cores that my kids have thrown in the compost. Golden potted peas. I can't wait to see if they're actually golden yellow pods. More pumpkins. Indian white pumpkin. I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it, so can't wait for that. More glass gem corn. I can't wait to see the surprise reveal at the end, because apparently with glass gem corn, each of the ears on the same plant will be the same or very, very similar color combination, but each plant's color combination can be totally different, and it can be used for maize or ornamental purposes, which is its main purpose, or popping corn, and I'm going to be using it for popping corn. Peas are going well down there. Still nothing on this cherry tree. I think it's safe to say that it is unfortunately dead. Got some Asian greens growing down the base, so it's not to waste the space while I was trying to find out. Volunteer broad bean. We've got a carrot coming along there. Beets, greens, turnips, radishes. Let's see what we've got down here. Oh, this one's ready. It's a good one. A radish. Peas are going to get shaded out soon. Some of those turnips are ready, but I'm leaving some of these flowers for the bees and pollinators. But I will have to start thinning back soon in order to put in the next wave of plants. So in this garden I'm thinking kind of Three Sisters like, so you've got the 3 levels, except I'm thinking a root crop, a ground crop, a dwarf crop, and either a climber or one that stands on its own like sunflower or corn, to work together. Now, it's been a while since you've seen this beautiful purple potted snow pea, and it actually has set the purple pods from the gorgeous purple flowers, and still growing. Right, so I've done a bit of reorganization over here. So I'm trying to have most of the strawberries over this side in this little greenhouse or shade house. So I've just got them in styrofoam boxes, little pots, containers, basically whatever I could find to put a strawberry in, because we've actually got so many now I've lost count. That's some gorgeous little red flowers in that one. This one's a white flower. I still have a couple of things in here that need booting out, so sorry for the fingers on the camera. My calendula and red beans. So they've started popping up now. This one's the zebra climbing bean. This one's the rattlesnake. The Mastola wild goose climbing bean. The dragon's tongue. The Windsor long pod bush bean. And this one is the red noodle snake bean. Okay, awesome. That's exciting. Lots and lots of flowers coming along. I can't wait for it to all start fruiting. And this one's set so many strawberries. I'm just so happy with that. Love all the different variants in the flower colours. There we go. More down here. And this one, this has got some rare or harder to find strawberry and berry plants and blueberries. So I've got the sunshine blue here. I just love that pink there on the flower. And this is a very different looking strawberry leaf. So these ones are my musk or bubbleberries, which is a strawberry variation. So this is what these ones are pine berries. So that's the leaf look on that one. This is the leaf look on one of the more normal strawberry varieties, and this is the look of the leaf on the bubbleberry or the muskberry. It's just so uniquely different. This is the Strasberry tower. It's getting its flowers. That's the leaf on that one. So the more geometric, I guess, and very defined as different leaves are definitely the muskberry or bubbleberry. And the Strasberry and the pineberry, these ones, pine berries, putting on flowers. And these ones, the Strasberries, are quite similar to the normal strawberry varieties. We've got the Ruby Ann red flowered strawberry soon. This one, I think this is a Ruby Ann, it looks like it, yeah. It's got the gorgeous red flower. I must admit, I did buy it just for the flower colour. I can't remember what this one is. It's like a deep hot pink. So we'll wait and see what that is. And then we've got all the berry plants out here. So this one's an elderberry. It's already starting to put on its little flower heads. We've got the blueberries putting on all their flowers. More elderberry flower heads. So I can't remember how many varieties I've got. So I've got, of the blueberries, I've got the powder blue, the sunshine blue, the jelly bean, and it's putting on flowers. I've never had fruit from that one before. This one up here, I think this one's a sunshine blue. This is my oldest plant, this one here. It's about 7 years old. It's been in this pot for about 2 years, I think. And I don't think it needs any bigger than this pot. But what we do to encourage the masses and masses of flowers is we prune it in late winter, and we give it lots of coffee grounds to help with the acidity of the soil. This one is a pink icing blueberry. It's putting on flowers. Another pink icing. That one actually came with quite a few berries on it, so I can't wait for those to ripen up and see what they taste like. This one is a peach sorbet. It's got some berries on it. This one is a peach sorbet as well. Berries. More sunshine blue with lots and lots of flowers. Powder blue. And I actually have on order from Diggers the Brigida variety. So that's about 6 or so. There's probably one I'm forgetting in there somewhere. Alright, moving on. Apple trees are in full bloom and they just look stunning. Absolutely stunning. All the pollinators hard at work doing their job. I love to see that in the garden. It's so warm today. It's really got those springtime feels. This is the my first and longest in my garden in a pot autumn fruiting raspberry. So that before, I think you saw that I'd basically pruned it right down to the ground and it's popped back. So this one actually fruits on this year's growth. They've got lots of blackberry new sprouts coming up. The raspberries are getting their leaves back to fruit again. Still got some broad bean flowers and it's starting to put on some beans. Beautiful rosemary is being enjoyed by all that come into the garden. It just smells amazing. The mint is beautiful. Lamb's ear is so soft. More raspberries bursting out again. We keep building on this little fairy garden. It's coming along slowly. I don't know where the other fairy friend went. I think my daughter's put her in another part of the garden and that's fine. It's a bit of a hide and seek. Volunteer peas. More lemon balm and mint. Raspberries, they're getting tall. I might have to support them over there. And first flowers. You can see that. First flower buds of the raspberry. This one's got it too. That's so exciting. I can't wait for fresh raspberries. The beautiful lavender. And although we've been a bit lazy with the mowing, can you really blame us? Look at those amazing flowers. My daughter loves coming out and seeing all the beautiful flowers and picking them and putting them in her basket and carrying them around. And it brings her such joy. And they're so bright and so colourful and so cheery. It almost makes me sad to have my husband mow them. Alright, thank you for coming along with me this week. I know it has been a while since our last update and I'm trying to make them a bit more frequent now because there is actually a lot to see. There's so much happening as it warms up. Everything grows so quickly now. So if you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment down below of what you may like to see moving forward, not only the weekly updates, but anything else that you would like me to do a video on. And we'll see you next time.